Banger. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk About Singing. My name is Marco. I'm a singer, songwriter, voice teacher from Italy, living in New York City. We're here with another reaction and analysis today with Madonna's new single with Sabrina Carpenter. It's called Bring Your Love. It's a new single off of her upcoming album Confessions Part 2. I'm excited to hear what these two did together. It's a very unusual duet, right? Two different generations coming together. And I mean, Madonna is like a mother to all the pop girls. So this must have been huge for Sabrina. A lot of people think that pop songs and dance songs don't really have much to say when it comes to the vocals, but there's always something worth analyzing and there's always something more than what we hear. So let's go through it and see.
Ask yourself this. What are you doing it for? Is it for you? Is it for them? I got something I want to talk about. Sabrina, Madonna. I got something I want to talk about.
The first thing I'd say here is that we definitely have a sound that is reminiscing of 90s house dance music. The type of beat, the chord progression, strong references to the house music and dance music of early 90s. And it's not just that. As you can hear, Madonna here is talking with a very sultry, smooth, sexy, low voice. This is actually not unusual for her, especially when it comes to the music that she made at that time. I'm thinking Erotica, I'm thinking Justify My Love, I'm thinking Human Nature. There are a lot of songs of that period where she speaks at the beginning of the song, where she talks throughout the song using this type of low, sexy, smooth vocals.
Don't comment on my ideas. I don't want your judgment or your expectations. Don't wind me up like a toy. Your vision of me is a killer of joy.
Two interesting things that I notice here. The delivery that Madonna and Sabrina give on a melody that is basically exactly the same, it's kind of different. Madonna is a lot more staccato and a lot more rhythmical. She separates the syllables very strongly. Don't comment on my ideas, right? Versus Sabrina is doing everything a little more legato. She's kind of like sliding between the syllables. She's connecting everything. Don't wind me up like a, like kind of like giving this little slides in between words, and everything is less rhythmical and more connected. I wonder if that was a deliberate choice to create a little bit of a contrast between the two of them. And speaking of contrast, Madonna's vocals are just one track, one vocal track, heavily produced, heavily modified electronically. And then Sabrina's vocals have a lot of layers and a lot of harmonies kicking in. Actually, I think that it will be very interesting to hear the vocals only and how many harmonies and how many vocal tracks are actually present here, because I think that a lot of things get lost in the mix, and this sounded really, really interesting. Let's check it out.
Toy, your vision of me is a killer of joy.
Woo! I was hearing some harmonies, but hearing just a vocal track, I'm hearing a lot more than what I actually heard at the beginning. There's at least 3, if not 4 parts, and her lead is definitely doubled, and a lot of these tracks are doubled. Doubling vocals is actually very normal for pop music and even for other genres, but especially for this type of music.
I know where the bodies are buried. Don't try to shut me up. Don't try to distract me with numbers. I did it all for love.
So interesting, even in this pre-chorus, Madonna's vocals is just one track, or at least one lead melody, and then Sabrina has again a lot of layers and a lot of harmonies, and I think once more way more than what we hear in this mix. Let's check it out again.
Don't try to distract me with numbers. I did it all for love.
That's so interesting, guys. Do you hear how her vocals are mixed in a way that you don't hear so much, but then when you strip down to the vocals only, you hear so many elements, right? And this is so interesting because everything has a purpose. It's recorded this way so that the producer and the engineer can use these different tracks to create a certain vibe, a certain sound, to maybe even make it so that we barely hear the tracks, but if the tracks weren't there at all, we would hear the song in a different way. You know, this is really, really cool. There was different layers of vocals, not only when it comes to the lead and the harmony, but there were something that was used almost as an instrument, almost as a pad, but it was vocals. Very, very interesting. Before we continue, I want to remind you that if you want to book a free online consultation, voice class, coaching session with me, all you have to do is check the links in the description of this video. You can send me an email at letstalkaboutsinging84@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram, both at perfectmark.music, where you can also listen to my original music and watch me perform, or at Let's Talk About Singing. Hit me up. Reach out, slide on my DM, send me a message, send me an email, and let's work together. Hey!
You cannot shake me, cause you'll never break me, cause you cannot take me down.
This chorus is so catchy and so well written for the style. You know, it really, really sounds like a 90s house dance song on every level. They love, cause you cannot take me, they love. Na, 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 take me. So easy to memorize. Take me down. Banger. There's all these nods to also ballroom culture. This is perfect for our runway. It has a place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear this and all the elements are exactly right for this type of music and for the context where this type of music is played. Great production, great writing, great concept. In this chorus, there is mainly one lead melody, and I think that the two of them are singing it in unison. I think their voices blend really well. What do you think, guys? I really think that their tones really match. In fact, at first I was like, is it Madonna only doing the chorus? And then if you listen carefully, it sounds like it's the two of them. And I actually think Sabrina is doing the harmonies on down. She's doing down or something like that. Wow, listening to the vocal tracks alone, it's a completely different experience. Those harmonies are really cool. They're actually not very intuitive harmonies. It's not necessarily just a simple harmony that you would do on top of a lead. They're written in a way that creates a certain tension and a certain contrast, which actually makes sense for the chords used in the song and for house music.
Don't rely on my moral compass, all my discretion. I have a confession. Don't shove your fears down my throat. Before I can speak, I can't even breathe.
Once again, you have a clear contrast between the two vocal deliveries, right? Sabrina, again, kind of like all connected, all legato, and Madonna, very rhythmical, very staccato.
I know where the bodies are buried. Don't try to shut me up. Don't try to distract me with numbers. I did it all for love.
Once again, Sabrina has a lot of layers, a lot of interesting harmonies on top of her lead vocals. And in this pre-chorus, even Madonna has a lower harmony, but definitely less than Sabrina. I'm very surprised by this choice. And despite the fact that the two vocal tracks sound very different, When Madonna's track comes in, it doesn't feel like something is missing at all. It's just different. It sounds like a real duet. I love how they decided to approach the two vocals very differently, not just in the way they're delivering them, but in the way they are arranging them and producing them.
I know where the bodies are buried. Don't try to shut me up. Don't try to distract me with numbers. I did it all for love.
I love when producers use harmonies and vocal takes as musical elements to enrich the song, not just the vocal performance, but the song on an arranging and production level. In this second chorus, we hear very evidently a harmony on Bring Your Love, and you hear Bring Your Love right on top. But towards the end, there were some extra elements like ad-libs maybe.
Cause you cannot shake me, real. Cause you'll never break me, real. Cause you
Nice.
cannot
Take me. Did you hear that? Such a cool little line to throw there.
Don't wanna compromise. I made the sacrifice. I always pay the price. Don't wanna.
In this bridge, we have a conversation between Madonna and Sabrina, right? No one and then we hear Madonna's talking over it, and then when Sabrina's part kicks in, again, her part has harmonies and Madonna does not. So producers were really like, every time Sabrina sings, there's going to be multiple layers and there's going to be harmonies, and when Madonna sings, there won't be any or barely. Wow, even for such a short line. Madonna does one line, Sabrina does one line with harmonies. Madonna does one line, Sabrina does one line with harmonies. It's just super interesting. But I want to check out these harmonies again because they sound so cool.
Don't wanna compromise. I made the sacrifice. What are you singing for? I always pay the price. Don't wanna.
I love that Madonna is saying, I have a confession, literally, quoting the album title, but
I have a confession.
I really like that little riff that she does at the end of Confession. I have a confession. It kind of goes down like that. And as it descends, it gets more and more electronic, almost, again, turning into just a sound and not even a voice anymore. Check it out.
I have a confession.
Did you hear that little detail in this last chorus when they sing Bring Your Love? You hear a spoken part saying bring it, just whispering it. Bring your love, bring it. So cool. This is such an interesting thing to notice, right? The way producers add small details to each section of the song as the song progresses. Details that are barely noticeable, but they just make the listener feel like this section that is repeated, it's the same but not exactly the same. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a trick to, even at a subconscious level, make people feel like they're hearing the same thing, so it's familiar, but at the same time it's not exactly the same, identical, and so not repetitive and boring. Check it out.
Cause you cannot shake me, cause you'll never break me,
Take me again.
take me down.
Nice.
Ask yourself this.
And then they just end again with the speaking parts, and they're both speaking, right? Just the way the song started, it ends the same. This is a banger. I love it. This is Madonna at her finest. This is, great production, club banger, anthemic, perfect for like runways and ballrooms, reminiscing of the 90s, but also collaboration with Sabrina Carpenter. So it's like classic and fresh and contemporary at the same time. Two generations coming together. It's great. I loved it. I didn't know what to expect. And this is seriously so cool. And it just makes you want to dance. It's easy to sing along. It's a hit. It's absolutely a hit. I missed this kind of Madonna. I'm happy that she's back with a bang. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this collaboration. Let me know everything in the comment section. Are you a hardcore classic Madonna fan? Are you a Sabrina fan? Are you a fan of both? What generation you belong to? Did I forget anything? Is there something very important to point out that I didn't say? Let me know. Let's talk about it. I'll see you soon with another reaction and vocal analysis. This is Marco. Let's talk about singing. Ciao. Bring it up. Come to hold the black man, bring it